So we have things pretty well in order over here, or at least I'll pretend that we do. But now I think it's time to expand our operations, especially up here where there's a lot more things waiting for us. First thing we have to do is make sure all these robots have the good amount of energy, because a lot of them are running on pretty close to empty, especially since they keep eating the box that has the things in them. And something else that we should do is change up their energy restore over here, because this is what makes them eat the box. So what they need to do is check if this box is empty, and if it's full, then they'll pick from it. And if it's empty, they'll find and pick the rock and coal, not the stone, to combine it and then eat it, just for a little bit of redundancy so they don't actually eat the box. So now I'll take all of this code here. There, so now all the robots should be able to manage their energy a lot better, including Kip here, who right now doesn't have a task. So we have one in storage to start. Hopefully these guys can manage themselves well enough. Except you didn't really check the container. Hold on. Or you know, maybe he did. So we'll just restart their programs so the tasks can get underway again. Now Kip here needs something to do, but we also have a furnace here, which looks to be really good at thawing stuff out. So let's thaw out more of this coal, especially since there's a container of charged plates over there. Or you know, we'll bring it up here because I'm really curious about what that container has. Oh, this furnace needs wood to burn. Interesting, we can't use that yet until we get over here, which I'm not sure what makes wood, but we also need to make a tank, which takes copper bars, and that's all the way up here. So it's good that we're going that way anyway. And now you can just kind of shut down because of reasons, because each of the robots are taking from these storages before combining to make their coal batteries for themselves. Interesting. Well, at least seems to be doing the task well enough, but now the storage is in the wrong spot. Everything's getting mixed around. We need this to be batteries and this one to be, nope, not you. This to be ingots. We also need this battery to go back into here for this heater so we can reach the bonfire over here, because our little guy needs to work on it. Because once he fills it up, the ice is available for Kip the Slow to work on his task. Except his task is still to place the water in front of the thing to collect it. We don't need to do that anymore. Let's see, water is useful for creating the batteries, which gives a lot of charge to the things. Wow. But we also kind of need those to fill the heaters. And this heater is over here to expose all of these things, except the seed, but the furnace is here. So let's collect that into a better spot so it doesn't freeze again. And now we're exposing the rocks up here. That will let us get into this area, which has some fun things, it looks like, of sulfur spring and some breweries. And poor Bib the Skinny is still frozen in a block of ice here. Don't worry, Bib, we're working on it. So let's have Kip the Slow. Instead of dropping things to collect them, we need you to make batteries, which is gonna take a little bit more code. So he combines here, that means he has the water, and he needs to charge plates. So we need someone to make charged plates. Wasn't there someone making magnets? You were making the steel plates. That's good. I want you to do that. You were creating the batteries, and you just keep locking up. Okay, so if you're causing the errors at this point, then we should tell you to just go right into the energy checks. I also forgot we had a robot here entirely devoted to making bonfires, which he's made 70 of them. My goodness, we should place those around, especially to expand over here. And this fire here has a whole lot of fire to use. So let's just start to fuel this one with it. Now we have access to another storage and charged plates. So we're just gonna pause things really quick so the robots don't mess this up. This storage is gonna be charged plates. So now we can assign a robot to make those and be able to do it properly. Who is it that was making the bonfires? Was it you? It was you. All right, so instead of making bonfires, you're going to start making charged plates. So let's see if this works better. Find and pick steel plates, and then find and pick magnets, and then combine them, and then drop to storage. But these are crafting items, so there's gonna be some errors, so we'll create some contingencies. Pulling out the big words today. And it takes 2 steel ingots to make a steel plate, and we did have someone making steel plates, I believe. So we can copy this bit of code for making the steel ingots, bring that over to here. So this makes 1. It was you that was making the steel plates. So let's copy this bit of code. So the on error will lead to here instead. And then if this container is empty, then he'll go and combine these things. Look at how many nodes are in this programming already. This is getting quite busy, but if it works, right? So yes, if he's able to successfully combine, then he'll go back up to here to the magnet, and then there should be someone making the magnets that we can copy code from. Or maybe there wasn't. That can be what Kip the Big can do. So he's gonna check if this is empty, and then if it is, he'll grab fire, and iron ore, and then combine those. And then he'll just find and pick the iron ore again in order to combine those things, drop it to storage, and then go through the checking process for the fuel. That can work for you. And then going back to finding you so I can tell you to make magnets. And then you can continue chiseling at the ice. That seems like a good idea. But then you're not dropping to here, so we need to change that. Okay, I messed up a little bit here. This is the empty code for this box. The full code is just going to be, he's gonna find this because it'll be right next to him. And then he will find and pick the iron ore and combine them to continue on that train. Okay, that's good. The simpler you can make the code, the better. I also just noticed that 2 bots are named Kip the Big. So we'll need to change you to something different. Actually, if you're working on magnets, we can just put a magnet next to your name. That works better. And then you are creating fire, so that makes sense. There's also a lot of wrong things happening with the bots as far as the coal storage goes. So I need to make sure that these are in their proper spots. And then we'll just throw a few of these in here to make sure that they know where things are supposed to go. At least until we can make batteries, because that gives them a lot more charge. And I think I'll go ahead and replace a few things of code here, like these pick from things, just so they don't pick up these storage containers. That looks like it'll work better. And then you were going to make the charged plates. And as I was trying to figure stuff out, my game crashed, so that's cool. How much was lost? Well, it actually doesn't look like too much, thankfully. So you're grabbing steel plates and fire? Those don't even do anything. Or you're grabbing ingots rather, but fire still doesn't do anything. You know what, I'm just gonna rewrite your code to do what I want. So you will find the magnets and the steel plates, and then you'll combine them, and then drop to storage. And then if you error, you're just gonna go right to the energy check, because I don't wanna mess with anything else there. Okay, so everything should be working properly. Get to work you. And then you just like to constantly error right around here. So why is that? Uh-oh, someone just lost a lot of power. Let's just fix that really quick. Or you know what, instead of using a coal battery, since we're getting the charged plates, you're gonna combine those and then find the charged plates and then combine those to make a battery. And I suppose you should have storage to drop it somewhere. Oh goodness, and we messed up the magnets over here. Or it's just become super slow. Who's crafting magnets again? Oh, it was you that was crafting the charged plates, wasn't it? Because I have this whole mess of code in here. You know what? I have someone doing your job, so we'll just get rid of all this. And then you were the one making the steel plates, so why are you having issues? Probably because you're holding that battery of coal in your hand. We're just gonna give that to Ara because he malfunctioned. Okay, now you should be able to do what you do. And you resume. Hopefully this works. Even if I just see him create a battery, that'll be enough. So he's got the water in hand, and then he finds the charged plate. Yes, he made a battery. But now he doesn't know what to do. You know what? That's fine. Because at least that much works. And then you know what you're going to do is take what you made and then drop it to this storage here. That way these guys should be able to eat the batteries, and then they won't have to make as many trips to the storage. Because they should be able to run at full capacity. Yep, he ate it. Oh yeah, that's a full brain right there. What are you doing now that you're not doing anything else? Always he's making errors. But at least the battery production is working now. But now the magnet production is kind of weird. Uh-oh, this bonfire ran out of stuff. We'll just bring that back from the brink. And you aren't doing anything anymore. We'll just reset you. Mostly because it looks like all you're doing is just checking if your battery levels are full. At least we have more robots that are full green on brain energy. That makes me a lot happier. All right, now this box was supposed to be the magnet storage, but now it's just kind of become the coal battery storage. That's fine by me. These storages down here really aren't getting used, so we'll just make you the magnet storage. Or, you know, you just became coal storage for whatever reason, and Ara ran out of brain power yet again. So we'll just feed you a few of these, and honestly, probably rewrite your code because you're not doing things properly anymore. So I have a new job for you, making magnets, which currently looks like the iron ingot supply is really low. So who's actually in charge of that? It's you. You should be running at way more speed than this, but you're also just kind of going on your way. So do you know how to check your battery levels? Oh, you have enough, that's why. Okay, you're fine. So what I want you to do now is just find the ice in the world and then bring it to storage so that the one making the charge plates doesn't have to run as far. That looks like it's working. And you are messing up again because you don't have a box. I see. Well, if that's what you're doing, then we're changing up your code as well. And then we'll give you the proper code to make sure that you're making the magnets, which will go here. And then we also gotta correct this so he's not playing keep away anymore. Okay, now Kip the Chubby here should be fully equipped to work on the magnets like I was gonna do before the game crashed. And of course I messed up the full and empty code again. But now it looks like he's doing things properly. Good, magnet, dropping the storage. Now he's just double checking and triple checking everything here. Maybe having him go immediately to idle upon seeing it's empty isn't a great idea, but at some point he figures out what he's doing wrong. And then you making the magnet should be working at way more speeds than that. And R ran out of battery again. What is with you running out of battery? And Kip the Slow is having trouble making the magnets again because there wasn't charge plates. And then you can't figure yourself out because there isn't enough magnets being made. And then you're running out of batteries so often. So, okay, you have the code to make magnets and such. We'll copy that over to you who needs the magnets. So if you happen to have an error on getting the magnets, you'll go straight to there. And then this will bring you back up to here to find the steel plates. Okay, I've been getting real tired of all these robots running out of charge. So I gave most of them their own batteries so they start at full. Now they should be able to do more jobs without needing to check for the power supply. Except for this one here, but he knows how to take care of himself. But he also runs out of charge very quickly. Mostly because all he's doing is checking his power supply. He doesn't have a real job yet, but now you're having problems because you're dropping not to the correct box. There we go. So if Mr. Calm here needs a job to do, what we'll go ahead and do is set up a bonfire all the way up here, and then we'll just have you supply it. So you'll pick some coal from here, and then drop it in the bonfire up here. Or at least you should. So now once he does that, then we see these rocks open up here. And what is even in here? It looks like a few things. Ooh, seeds, but it needs water. Oh, we can start to plant things like trees. So let's have that somewhere convenient for everybody, like not where that spark is, right here. And then there's other things in here too. Wood, so we can heat the furnaces. This would go good right next to the fire thing, so more things can thaw out. So let's just put it in there. How long does that burn for? Ooh, quite a while it looks like. Sort of. Okay, now you are doing a whole bunch of things that I don't think were working right. So what you're going to do is start to work your way through all these stones up here and then just drop it to storage. I don't know, find somewhere. But you also kind of don't know how to do that. So let's just open up the storage down here. There, just so we can put it in a box. And uh-oh. He can't get back through. Need to get some fire going in here again, and one of the bots froze as well. That's kind of scary. So it looks like these seeds have growth speed depending on their temperature, but they also need water. I don't really have any robots available to me right now, but here I can also help the robot get through things even quicker. Slowly making our way through the rocks here. But now we could probably move one of these heaters. Let's open it here just so we can get this robot out really quick. But we do need more batteries for that. Oh yes, this is what I wanted. Battery supply. And you're holding 2 magnets. Don't do that. Why are you holding 2 magnets? Oh, I see. There should be someone making steel plates. You are here and your hands are full, and even more robots are running out of power. That's cool, because this guy's pretty slow to create the steel plates. Speed up. So now things should be working properly, except for you still, because you don't have enough hands for this, and even more things are losing juice. That's fun. Okay, this bonfire here isn't doing the job anymore, so let's move it up here and thaw some more stuff out. I think we also need someone supplying this bonfire again. Oh, but this one isn't thawing stuff out anymore. Interesting, because it's not hot enough. So that's what we need the furnaces for. But those need even more wood. Uh-oh, and this guy's about to freeze. So let's just pause your code, bring you over here, because you have a new job. You are going to take the ice from here, and then take the fire from here, combine them, and then drop it to here. That should water the plant well enough. And yes, we watered a tree. It's growing, and this little guy's just watching it because he doesn't know what to do. Wow, it needs a lot of water, but it keeps growing whenever we do that, so that's good news. What's not good news is there's a lot of problems with these guys making batteries. Ooh, and there's a ripe tree there. Yes, now we can fill the furnaces even more. Let's move this one up there so it can thaw stuff out. Tree goes into there. It's working, kind of. But now that other furnace needs wood. And yes, now the stone's melted out. Ooh, and we have some new things here, like a rotor, which is made with magnets and wires, it looks like. I don't even have wires yet. But now if we just take these out of the way, and also hope that the extreme cold doesn't catch up to us again. Ooh, the good news is that the seed stays, so we don't need new ones. Nice. So it looks like we need furnaces like constantly going over here to keep this open. In that case, let's move this one up here and then supply it with wood. Oh, it froze. No! Stoke the fires. Keep the furnaces going and get this one going so we can get this rock out of here. It says it's hot, so why isn't it melting? There, it's melted. All right, let's get it open. Oh no, this bonfire is a really big issue, but we're working our way through here. So let's just put this bonfire up here and snag one of these fires. Now we have a robot here, dragging you back to base. Good, now we have more I can work with. And we're getting closer to have some good things like, woo, moss spores, weird. And now the last rock is gone there, so we need to keep these furnaces constantly going in order for this to stay open. So, Mr. New Robot here, that shall be your job. Find the timber, and then drop it in this furnace up here. The second one isn't really needed anymore, I don't think. And then you need to do the energy checks. So this is a good time to explore what those functions were that I couldn't figure out last time. We copy this code here, go over to functions, create a new one, and then we just go in and edit it, paste all this here. So that function works, at least it should, and we'll just toss that one away. Go over to Fef the Clumsy, who's the new guy, and then we bring in function 1, and then from there go to idle. That simplifies the code a whole lot. I hope that's how it works. Let's give it a shot. So he finds the wood, brings it on up to the furnace here, drops it in. Done. Excellent, it's fueled, and now he just kind of forgot what to do. So I guess the function wasn't working. Neat. Well, at least doing it this way works. Okay, we're running low on the fire over here. Who was stoking that? It was you. You need to work faster. And I thought I solved the power issue of all of these things, but I guess they're not making batteries fast enough because whoever's in charge of making the steel plates is being lazy. Okay, now he's able to work better now. Things can resume. And, you know, maybe this battery guy should slow down so that the other guys have time to catch up. Okay, now you need a job to do because there's plenty of ice. Let's see, your job is to make fire, right? No, his job is stoking the fire. Oh, great, he just stole a box. Okay, now we need to give you the is it empty code. So if he picks up the ice and the firebox is empty, then he's just gonna drop the ice to storage and go about his business. And whoever is making the charge panels is being really lazy today. And you, instead of filling this bonfire, are going to fill the box, since that's desperately needed. Everything kind of hinges on there being fire available. And you aren't doing anything anymore because the ice is frozen. Well, we're just gonna give you another bonfire and shuffle this one over? That's dangerous. Or not really because of this furnace being here. So let's just shuffle this fire on over to this one. And now you have things to do. Not that you need to go that fast for it though. Now let's try to get more things working over here so we can unlock more of this area, like the sulfur springs are available. There we go. Ooh, wow. Oh, no way. Did that just make a permanent area for things? Oh, I sure hope it did. And there is a big supply of batteries right there. Ooh, and a robot opened up. Nice. More things. More mouths to feed. Yay. What is this though? It's a spore. Wow. Created from mushrooms and wood. I haven't even found mushrooms yet, but there's a whole lot of water up here too. And copper veins are becoming available. So let's use these batteries to feed these hungry mouths and also create a backlog of energy for all the robots. So if we take 2 pieces of copper and then merge them together. Oh, we can't. I guess they don't go together, but what if we combine them with fire like we do for the iron? That makes copper bars. And then 2 copper bars makes a wire? Yes, it does. Good, now we're making things for rotors, which is needed for something. Was it the furnace? Yeah, it was the furnaces, which are way better than the bonfires, that's for sure. So let's take the bonfires that we crafted and then merge it with this one. Excellent, we made a furnace. And now planting these around should be a lot better for us, especially over here where this bonfire's out. So we will just trade these around. We should probably start watering this thing too. And the batteries are already gone. How? How do these robots need energy this badly? Okay, but let's fuel up this furnace over here. Excellent, more things are opening up, more batteries. There's also a potion right there. I'm not sure what that is. And you are not just straight up doing your job, so that's annoying. Can I really set up these robots to do other things? I'm not entirely sure, but it's probably a good idea to get these seeds growing as well. So maybe we could set up a grove around the sulfur springs? That doesn't seem like a great idea. I'm just glad that this is permanently unfrosted. Let's set up the grove down here, just moving things where we can to make this easy. And then who's the one in charge of watering the things? It's you, right? So you, in charge of watering the plants, is gonna get a bit more tasks to do, which is gonna involve quite a few of these is empty commands. So after combining, you're going to check if this tree's empty, and if it's full, then you will move on to this tree. And then once the last one is checked, he's going to go over to the energy. We got a lot of spaghetti being strung around here, but it should be fine as long as it works properly. And then we need to give you similar code for collecting the things. So let's just copy this chain here, bring it into here, and then we just need to switch some things around. Like instead of this relying on things being empty, it relies on them being full, because when it's full, he's just going to find the lumber and deliver to one of the furnaces. Let's actually get this furnace going on up here so we can unlock whatever this building is. The brewery. So you'll drop to this furnace, and then we just do that a few times. Or you know what, this is pretty messy, so we'll just do it once and then have all of them lead into it. Hopefully that works once the trees have grown fully. And then I forgot to have these lead into the energy checks, so we'll do this. And you still don't like doing the work, and there's more things that just keep freezing. Like usual, I have to do everything around here. I wish I could have them find an empty furnace and then stock it that way, instead of having to tell them where the furnace is. Oh, and this guy isn't even doing anything. Well, since the major holdup of the battery production seems to be the steel plates, let's just copy your code over to you and then have you do that task. Because whoever was doing that is gonna need all the help they can get. And we haven't even started to make the tanks needed to progress this quest up here, or the light bulbs to upgrade the command center. Okay, I think I have it fixed where he'll grab the fire to make the iron bars and not pick up the storage box, because he'll just take it from the bonfire here using a variable. A lot of this is way bigger than I can comprehend, but I'm just gonna go with it. Ooh, it looks like there's a cheaper way to give the bots a bunch of power. Primordial ale, which is taking a tree and some water, and then those just get combined together. That made a seed. Do we need something like, hey, the brewery's unlocked. Maybe that's where it goes. So if we put a log over here and then water over here, it grabs them. I made the ale. Nice. Oh, I could have a bot making a whole bunch of those. Let's have a grove up here specifically for that. And then we'll also just move all of this water to this container so that my bots can keep everything in one place. And hopefully these bots up here can run everything properly. It looks like they can. It did take quite a bit of time to fix everything, and there's still ones that just continue to lose power. Funny enough, on the way to get power, which is why the primordial ale will be a lot better, so they don't need to rely on the batteries, which take forever to make. So let's work on getting... I'm not even gonna say that name, I'm just gonna let that be there. But we need to get a bonfire up there to let him out, like so, and then take away all this copper here as well. And now he's free to do the ale crafting. So first things first, he's going to mostly find the ale and then put that in storage, but then on error he will go to do other things. And then once he tries all of the seeds, he will go back to the beginning and do the whole thing again until he can make some ale. Should be easy enough to do. Or he's just gonna take some wood from the furnace. That definitely won't bite him in the butt later. At least the furnace burns long enough, but he is successfully making the ale, so that's good news. So does anyone need it down here? Probably. Someone always needs energy down here. And sure enough, there's one. So let's just give that to you. Excellent. Mr. Slow here. Hopefully you're not slow, but I need you to be a runner, picking up the ale from here and then dropping it to the storage down here so the robots can use it better. Hopefully that works well enough for you. There he goes. He's entering it into the box. Yes, beautiful. And now he's just doing the thing again. I thought the variable was supposed to change that. I guess it's changing the variable if he finds it somewhere. So you will intentionally go to the point up here and then find it. That should keep you on the right track. Now, Mr. Goofy here will pick from the trees instead. And if that doesn't work, then he'll pick the next tree. And then if none of these work, then he'll go and drop the water into things and then bring it all the way back up to the brewery to combine it there. I really hope this works better. So yep, he's going through the errors and he just picked up the seed. Since he doesn't want to work with all the seeds, we're just gonna simplify him to one tree. So he'll grab the water, come up here, check it, put it in. If it needs watering, then he'll grab another water, wait for it to grow, and then he'll water it. Now he should have wood to pick from, but he's not doing it because it should be going to this. That's more like it. Now he's able to make the ale, but he's not grabbing the correct ale. So he needs to go to this point to collect it. There is so much managing that needs to happen here, but at least it's working. This should go through a clean sweep, and now this furnace can stay being supplied. But we'll also need a backup for the ale because they continue to chew through absolutely everything. Hungry little monsters. So Bob here was fueling a fire, but that's good for a long while. So we're going to rewrite his code just a little bit, and then this will just get simplified to a mead, or not a mead, an ale, which we'll just shuffle some of these down here to make that a little bit of an easier process. So that should work. I keep saying that a lot, but this game kind of breaks my brain, and I don't even know what you're doing. There we go. Now the coal bricks are being stored up plenty, but this is a lot of code to copy and paste everywhere. So we're going to reduce all of this down to a function I put together, which will let them check their energy and then find everything and eat it, and it just makes the code a bit smaller. So that should work properly. And then we just have this happen for every single bot. This will be a bit.
One eternity later.
And after a couple minutes of sorting through everybody's code, they all have the eat function, which hopefully works. Turn 10 Craftomates into cargo mates? I didn't even do that. But also everybody here just stopped working all of a sudden. Why? Oh, it's because the function forgot to send them to idle if their energy's okay. Well, that's an easy fix. It just means I have to go through and activate everybody again. Having functions like that just made it so much better. So if I'm lucky, there won't be a bot that runs out of power again. These poor bots can't function without their ale. But here, since you're making all that, you can work twice as fast, even if the seed doesn't grow as fast as you would like it to. And it doesn't matter what I do, there's always a bot that's picking up a storage box, even though it should be written plain as day in their code that they check if it's empty before they grab it. So unless it's just the result of so many bots having to pull from a single box like that. But the good news is we have plenty of batteries now to fuel these heaters. So we can take this one here that's empty, put it somewhere strategic, so we can melt all of this snow and then get access to these batteries that we can safely move over here. And I don't even know what you're supposed to be doing anymore. Finding and picking rocks? Yeah, you can do that. So why aren't you doing that? This is straight up a rock. What if you just don't want the rock to exist? That seems to work for you. Oh no, the brewer ran out of power. What? You're supposed to be eating the stuff. I think it really does need someone up here managing the tree growing. He's also gonna need someone supplying the water here, although I'm not sure I have the hands to help with that. It also looks like the trees down here have slowed down, so we'll help them out because we really need to thaw this out more. Oh great, now they're out of battery power because somebody's a bit slow to his job, and I thought I had things fixed, but there's so many broken systems here. All the bots are just standing around because they're like, I don't know what to do. So what I'm gonna do is just do this barrel objective thing myself, because none of the bots want to do the work I want them to in the way I want them to do it, and they're just breaking down in front of the boxes because someone making the little battery things is too slow. So I think to the eat function I still am going to need the find the coal and stone tactic so they can not combust. At least that changes all of them at once. Oh, functions, you are a lifesaver. Okay, we're gonna take this steel plate from that guy, and now we made a tank, one of them, and I have no idea what it's supposed to do. Execute a command center goal. You're telling me now I gotta work on this? Is there a bot that I haven't thought out yet? There's a big guy up here, but he's locked behind a bunch of stuff. According to this, I can make bodies and heads from things, but I need the light bulb to do that, or the radio lamp, I guess. Thankfully, I have enough of these to do that. Now we have a radio lamp. So then if we make an iron bar and connect the radio lamp to it, we get a head. Same thing with the battery, and that's a body. Now we can make new things, new robots, new crafto whatevers. So your job is going to specifically be find fire, find ice, combine that, and then drop it in the container up here. So now our guys should be able to get plenty of water for his operation. There he goes, excellent. And then he waits, and there's the ale. And then he puts it in the chest, but this path through here keeps getting frozen. Oh, that's so annoying. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and work on completing this quest because I feel like a new upgrade is in order. But this leads to even more things being wrong, and there's no more timber for anything to work. So we probably need to make another robot in order to help with watering the trees, which was your job, right? Yes, it is. So you're going to help with that. But now even more bots don't have things to do because they don't have brain juice anymore. And frankly, neither do I. So at least we unlocked a sulfur spring and we're able to brew things for a little bit, but things are getting way too complicated for me to comprehend. So that's gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stop doing turn. And thanks to the channel members, including Bread, Ancient Elixir One, Corby Farm, Dakota C, Donamoto, Devion X, Lucas S, Splattersex, The Real Nickname, Hateful Harold, Peggy Sue, Jubalong, TJ, Seriously Sarcastic, Angel, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarrity, and Sans.